freaking routine. I'm so tired of doing this every single day. I'm never gonna be able to do that. Oh yeah, I can do this. Yeah, I got this. I'm the best. What? Yeah, I did it. Hey everybody, it's Laurie. Welcome back to my channel. Today is another School Tip Saturday video. So as you can tell from the title right here, I'm going to be talking about how to get yourself motivated. This is a school tip video, so obviously it's going to be about school, but some of those methods will also work for any other thing, like starting to work out again and eat healthier, and going to work, finding a new job, anything that you're not motivated to do but you need to do. So make sure to subscribe to my channel if you're not subscribed already. I have school tips every single Saturday right now, and I also have DIYs on Sundays and some kind of advice, lifestyle advice, on Wednesdays. Also, make sure to visit my blog. It's going to be linked down below. It's lauriemartel.com, and over there you'll be able to find out an entire list and some even like extra details and tips on what I'm talking to you guys about today. So make sure to head over to my blog to see it. Alright, so the first tip I have for you all today is to change up your routine. So whenever like you're feeling less motivated than usual, like usually later on in the semester, like about right now or in a few weeks, you'll start like getting, I'm so tired of going to school and everything. Like it's not the rush of like starting a new semester and like all the drive of like wanting to do better and everything. Once that dies out and you're kind of feeling like, freaking routine, I'm so tired of doing this every single day and all that jazz, just switch up your routine a little bit. So like change your schedule, like do new things, try out a new activity, like find a new hobby, or like let's say that was for the gym and everything, because I want this to be more relatable than just like for school. Let's say like you're at the gym and you're getting tired of like going to the gym all the time and like doing the same exercises all the time. You can like change your entire workout regimen, and you can also try out new like sports and everything. But I'm gonna try to stay focused on the school perspective right now, but like you see like how like this applies to pretty much every area of your life. Like whenever you're not feeling motivated anymore, you can just like switch things up. Try hanging out with friends at different times and like just changing your routine in general, like really like doing stuff in a very different way from what you're used to. You can also try to figure out what's your most like your peak productive hour and try to work during that time. You'll feel a bit more motivated if it's like when you have the most energy and you're the most productive to do your work. And finally, like try out new challenges. So like if you're just getting like bored because like it's all so easy and everything, like not everybody's that way, but if you are, just try like challenging yourself in some new ways to like to keep things interesting, you know. My second tip is to spice up your notes. So try using colors if you're not usually using colors, like highlighters and everything, or if you're typing them up, you can even change the font and everything, like anything that will make your notes like be more appealing to look at. Next thing is kind of along the same line as like switching your routine, but like join a club at school. Like if you're not motivated to go to school, like to go on campus and actually like show up for school, try like joining a club. So like finding a motivation to actually go to school, like I have like those classes and everything, but then after that I have like a meeting, a club meeting or anything. So that's motivating. Like it's kind of pushing you to go to school because you have something fun to look forward to. You can also just like look forward to like hanging out with your friends. So even though like you guys don't have that many classes together, you can like plan times in between classes where you can just like hang out and everything. So just try to like give yourself like try to give yourself like incentives to go to school, like fun stuff to look forward to when you show up to school, basically. Next, I've talked about a million times, but come up with a reward system. And this time I'm actually going to go into a little bit more details into it, because like I think that even though I've mentioned it a million times, a reward system is completely based off of motivation, right? Like the only reason why you have a reward system is to be more motivated. So today I will actually like go into details about the whole reward system. So basically when you have a reward system, you want to set yourself a goal, and you can have like long-term and short-term goals. Try to be specific about your goals. So like don't say like, oh, I want to have good grades. Like this is way too generate. You want to have like, okay, well in math I want to have above 60%. Oh, in French I want to have over 90% because I'm really good at that. And really like put yourself challenges, but reachable challenges. So you have to be like realistic. Like if you've struggled with math your entire life and you've never been like above a C, don't aim for the A+. Aim for like a B-, a B, just a little bit better than what you would usually do, so you can improve, but without like being out of reach. Not saying that it's out of reach, but it's just going to be very disappointing if you really can't reach your goal. So try to make it like a realizable goal. Once you reach out the B, then next time you can set up the goal to an A and then like improve even more, you know. Try to go with baby steps so it doesn't feel so overwhelming and you don't feel like, I'm never gonna be able to do that. Also, make sure you have a meaningful reward. Like if you reward yourself with something you don't care about, you're not going to be really motivated to actually complete the goal, right? Like to reach your goal. You really want to have something meaningful that really like would make a lot of sense to you. Ideally, you would want to like purchase something for yourself or anything if you don't have the kind of budget for that, like for big goals, right? Like don't go and buy yourself like something super expensive every time you reach a small goal. But like for small goals, I usually reward myself with time. So whenever like I would reach like the number of pages I was supposed to read for the day, or like complete an assignment or something, or like do my exercises for the day, I would usually reward myself with some free time. Like I can watch TV, take a long nice bath, go grocery shopping because I actually like that. Just like small little things, like just allocate time. That way like it doesn't cost you anything and you're still enjoying yourself for a little while. And for a long-term goal, I would usually like reward myself with bigger rewards or something. So if I can afford it, I might actually like buy myself a little something, but I never actually like splurge on a really big thing. If I reach all of my grade goals for the end of the semester or anything, I might reward myself buying myself a brand new planner or something, you know. And I guess this is gonna be self-promotion right here, but because I just mentioned planner and I have planner printable stores, I'll leave a coupon code down below for 40% off your entire purchase on my hellopaperplane.etsy.com. So check that out. Okay? Because it would really mean the world to me, and like you might use it as a reward or anything. And if you don't have a good planner since the beginning of the semester, it's still time to get yours. Also, be accountable. So make sure that like you tell people, like maybe tweet it or something about your goals and everything, or you can even share it like in any of my videos. Be like, hey Laurie, I finally reached one of my goals. I was able to reward myself or something. Just write your goals down below, okay? Like whenever you have like maybe long-term goals, or even like if you want to share your short-term kind of goals, just leave them down below so you're accountable and everybody can see them. And then like just come back once you've reached it and like comment again on your comment and be like, hey, I reached it, Laurie, and I'm gonna be really happy. I reply to every single comment, so I'll actually like be congratulating you and everything. And finally, record your achievements. So like telling me down below would be one of them, but you can also just like keep like a grade tracker or something. I'm actually selling a goal tracker pack on my Etsy store, but just like track your grades a little bit so you see when you're like reaching a goal, you can like write it down and be like, yeah, I did it. Alright, enough with the rewards. Like I think you get the idea, right? So let me know your goals down below, and also like what kind of rewards you usually give yourself in the in the comments below. Next tip is study according to your study style, and I've actually like did 2 videos about that. So I'll leave them in the description box below. I don't want to take too much time. And I'll also leave like a small summary on my blog. So if you want to learn a little bit more about studying according to your learning style and everything, it's all going to be in the description box. Next thing, get some rest. So having a steady sleeping schedule is definitely going to make a huge difference into your motivation, because if you have more energy, you're gonna have a way easier time trying to finish things and like complete goals and like just be motivated in general, because you have the energy to actually do the things you have to do. So yeah, get some sleep, okay? Just get some sleep. I know it's really hard, especially like when you're cramming for finals and everything. Like you really you can't afford sleep, but just do it. Just do it. Like if you're too tired, your brain is not going to process as much stuff and everything, so just sleep, okay? Sleep is important. I know students often like overlook that, but it's extremely important. Yeah, I can't say it enough. Just get some sleep, okay? Promise you'll get some sleep? Okay, we good. Next tip is to listen to motivational speeches. And I know like most times I would listen to those when I'm going to the gym and everything and I'm not feeling like it, but it also works for studying and everything, because most of them are actually like talking to you about like being the best version of yourself and like investing in yourself and like reaching your goals and everything, and it's really like pumping you up. So like if you really need that motivation right now, like you are not feeling up for the challenge right now, just listen to 1 or 2 or 3 of them, and they're just like so powerful, you know? They're gonna be like, oh yeah, I can do this, yeah! Listen to motivational speeches. I swear it will help. Next step is extremely important, and I don't even know if I've ever mentioned it before, but minimize your failures and maximize your accomplishments. As students, we're always doing this thing where whenever we get an F, or like we fail completely something, it will get stuck in our minds forever. Like we can't forget it, right? Like we're always going to be like, I suck on that, I failed that one test. And then generalize it to like the rest of our study. You're like, oh, I'm a failure, I'm dumb, I can't do this. And then like whenever we get an A, it just sounds like a lucky try. Like you don't really like remember that as much. Like even though you got an A in English, you don't really care about it. You're like, oh yeah, I got A in English that one time. And then like, but I always fail math. But that's not how it's supposed to go, okay? Like I want you to try to forget about your failures. Like you've done the lesson, okay, I need to work on math a little bit more. Like I'm not doing really well right now. What are the things I can do to like fix it and improve my math stuff? I also want you to maximize your successes. So I want you to like really like celebrate whenever you have a good grade. Like they're way bigger than what you think. So whether like it's something that's easy for you or you worked really hard to accomplish, celebrate it, okay? Like force yourself to see just how good you are. Call your parents and tell them, oh mom, I just got an A in English. Or post it all over your social medias, like tweet it, hello everyone, guess what, I just got an A. Do a little victory dance, yeah. Just do a little victory dance, like, yeah, I got this, I'm the best, what? And even try hanging like your report or your exam like with a really good grade on your wall to see it and be like, damn right, I did this. And like just remember how good you did, okay? Like you need to remember this. I don't want you to focus on the negative like aspect whenever like you fail or anything. Like I said, just try to like learn from it and like work harder on that specific area. But I want you to really take the time to celebrate doing good, because way too often we overlook that. So celebrate when you're doing good. If you had any successes recently, just leave them down below. Like I really want to congratulate you because that's a really big thing. So make sure to let me know, okay? Number 9 is a little quote. It's like, fake it till you make it. So basically what I want you to try is whenever like you feel like you're not good enough and blah blah, like we've talked about that, right? Like those kind of feelings, just fake being a good student, okay? Like just be like, I'm a good student, what would a good student do? And then like just do it, okay? So like I could watch some TV right now, or I could outline my book. What should I do? And then outline your book. Just pretend you're having the grades, you're making the grades. If you want to get into a certain program, just pretend you're already in it. So like in your head, like let's say you want to go to med school or something, like that's just an example. You're like, okay, I want to go to med school, but I don't think I have the grades for it. No, just pretend you can do it. Just be like, oh, I'm going to med school next year. And I've actually done that in the past. It was more of a workout thing. Sorry, like I keep relating to workout. But when I joined the military, like nobody thought I could do it. I didn't even think I could do it. And then at some point I just started saying that I was joining the military. Even if I was not in yet, I was just like, yeah, I'm fit. Yeah, I'm joining the military. Yeah, I'm doing it. And then eventually I did it. So you can do that. You can easily do the same thing for learning, you know, like just say that you're really good at math, and eventually you might be really good at math, you know, like just say that you passed all your tests and eventually you will. Next point is to acknowledge your discomfort and work with it. When I say discomfort, I'm talking about fear, uncertainty, and boredom. So like whenever you're doing something and you're scared, you're bored, or you're really like unsure what you're doing, and it becomes like almost paralyzing, acknowledge it. Like it's kind of like mindfulness. So like take a second, sit down, think about it, be like, okay, this is very boring, but I'm not gonna let it like stop me from doing it. Or like, this is very scary, I'm really scared I'm actually not gonna do it well, like I'm not gonna have a good grade. Just take a second, acknowledge the thought, and then brush it aside. Like don't let it paralyze you or anything or stop you. Be like, but I'm gonna do it anyways, and I'm gonna try really hard to prove myself wrong. Hi, Chubby decided to join me for this next tip, but stay positive. Try using a very positive vocabulary and believing in yourself, and block all the negativity out. I know like it's easier said than done, but whenever you're thinking negatively, like kind of do what I just told you to do. Acknowledge it and then like push it aside and turn it into a positive statement. Next thing, avoid the downward spiral. So right now it's still early in the semester, so it's not too late to catch up any like thing you might have missed. But basically when I say downward spiral, I'm talking about like you getting behind, thinking you're not good enough, and then skipping class because you just feel like you're too far behind and you don't really care anymore, and then like getting really frustrated and scared because you're not understanding anything whenever you try to understand it because you missed so much, and then you're feeling ashamed, and eventually you become just paralyzed and you feel like there's absolutely nothing you can do to fix it. So at this point right now, it's still not too late, and if it ever happens, just like seek help, right? And like try to avoid it, but if it ever happens, you can ask for tutoring, you can ask for help from your friends in class, you can even meet with a teacher during office hours and just like get some help and like try to catch up as much as you can. But ideally, whenever you feel yourself getting behind on everything, just catch up as soon as possible before that happens, because that's really scary. It happened to me before and it's not fun. Next thing is manage the pressure, and it kind of goes a little bit with it for the people who don't like the pressure. So if the pressure is really stressing you out and like scaring you and everything, try to really eliminate like all kinds of extra steps that you would usually take. So let's say like I always try to outline my textbook in advance, and I always try to like finish my study material for the week at the end of the week. Like before the end of the week, whatever we covered, I would want to have my flashcards or my study guides ready. But realistically, at some point in the semester, you have so many assignments and so many things that it might be very difficult to finish all of those. And not saying that you shouldn't do it, but if you're feeling way too overwhelmed and you really can't do those extra steps that you think you should do, but you don't actually have to do, like that are due or like that are not essential to your completion of the course, basically, maybe try to like forget about them a little bit so they don't stress you out. So like forget you have to do this and just focus on the stuff you actually have to do. So let's say you have a quiz to study for, or you have an assignment due, like focus on those things way before you go with the extra mile, like the extra steps to get better grades. You really want to focus on like what is actually going to be graded rather than your study material and everything. Does that make sense? And in the case you actually work better under pressure and you're not motivated because there's not enough pressure, you can always like trick yourself into like moving the due dates up like 1 or 2 weeks, so you have less time to finish your assignments and you're feeling more pressured to it. Next thing I would definitely recommend you guys for motivation and everything, maybe you should watch my 2 last school tips videos. So the one on time management is going to be right here. You can click on it and it's going to open in a second window, and the how to fight procrastination one. So you can click both of those and watch those 2 after this one, because they might help you out. And finally, my last tip is like, if none of those tips help you and you're still feeling completely unmotivated, completely bored, or completely paralyzed and nothing is working for you and you don't know what to do because you feel like you're going to fail everything because you're just not motivated and you're just a couch potato and you can't bring yourself to do anything, like there's absolutely nothing going on, you're feeling almost depressed because of it, seek professional help. Like there's really no shame in like going in counseling or seeing a doctor. Maybe like you need medication to fix that, maybe you're undergoing like a really small depression or a big one, who knows. Like if nothing works and you're feeling like powerless, feeling overwhelmed, powerless and paralyzed, try see a doctor, go counseling or something. It might help you out a lot. Alright, so that's everything I had for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm sorry if this video is crazy long. Like before editing, it's over 30 minutes, so hopefully I can like narrow it down a little bit. But yeah, all the videos I mentioned are going to be linked down below if you want to check them out. Don't forget to go on my blog to have more details and like a list of those tips if you want to print it out. Also, subscribe to my channel if you're not subscribed already. It would mean the world to me. And thumbs up this video if you'd like to see more school tips Saturday coming up very soon, and let me know what you'd like to see next. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, all that jazz. I'll wait for you guys there. I love interacting with you guys over there. Thanks for watching. I love you guys, and I'll see you all very, very soon. Bye!